Hey YouTube, Rockhound 714, Scott here again, back on the Lewis, and today I brought a gift that a good friend gave to me. It's a mini high banker. I've had it for a while, I've used it several times, I love it. I'm going to get it set up. Here it is right here, but I'll show it to you much better later. It's got some pretty unique features on it, and I hiked in my battery and my hose and my motor, my legs, and I'm gonna high bank instead of do pan after pan because it breaks my back. It breaks my back classifying anyways. I'm gonna try classifying, non-classifying, and go until my battery runs out or until I run out, one or the other. But I'll get back with you once I get it set up, and I'll give you a tour of it, and then we'll get started. So be right back. Okay, I'm gonna show you the high banker. It's a mini banker. It doesn't really have a name on it. My friend won it at a gold show. We've made some modifications. We've got gold hog mat in there. It is a mixture of what is it called? Razorback and scrubber. That's what it is, Razorback and scrubber. And it's, you know, it's got a couple of cool features. One is this right here. I want to point this out. This is where obviously you're throwing it in. It's got an automatic built-in grizzly. It's all solid and good. This has got a bunch of holes in it. I'd say probably 20 mesh holes. And as your material's passing over that, it gives it a chance for small gold to drop out. And this is one of the unique features of this thing that I like so much. Rather than test pan or stopping and, you know, doing a quick clean out after a bucket and a half or so or whatever like that, this has this pretty handy dandy, I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not, underneath here there is a drawer. The drawer comes out and it's filled with what looks to be like the same matting that's inside the gold cube. I don't know if you can, how well you can see it or not, but it's a quick thing to just pull out, throw in your pan, and pan out after you run a bucket or something and see if you're getting anything at all. Anything below 20 mesh, like I said, falls through there. And it's a wonderful little addition to this high banker. And it's not the only one. Slides back in just like that. This mesh stuff right here, like I was telling you, lets it drop through into that drawer that I just showed you. Here's the back of that drawer. Back of that drawer hits right here, falls down. I can't show you, but right down there, there's another section about this wide, and about, well, the width of the sluice, of the same material with the holes in it, that lets it drop out again, and it drops out into this nugget trap, which has got the same matting in it as the upper drawer that's underneath that. And this is in the head of your sluice. This goes right under your mat, slides right onto the edge there. And so those are and you can pull that out at any time. You can pull that out at any time and check it also. And it just makes it kind of fun because you can do that in the middle of your run without having to stop and having to do a clean out of your mat, and to give you a good idea if you're getting anything. So I'm ready to get this thing leveled out and set up, ready to go, and I'm going to start shoveling material in. I'll film a little bit of it, and once I get enough through where I think there'd be something in the pan, I'll pull out one of those drawers and show you what I mean. So there's my little, I brought a chair so I don't break my back today, and my doggy, and my gold. And the sun is gonna go behind them trees shortly because I'm sweating my butt off right now. But it feels nice. So I'll be back with you momentarily once I get running. Okay, there's a 2/3 full bucket. It's wet. I mean, it's dry. I gotta get it wet. Let that soak in. A little more in there. Go get my chair, get situated, turn it on. I've already ran it and it's looking pretty good as far as how it's running. This is Washington Gold, so very flat and very small, so hard to catch. But this thing does pretty good. This Gold Hog, not the scrubber, but the River Hog or Razorback has a good multi-purpose sluice mat. Is the Razorback, especially for fine gold. But you know, obviously it'll catch fine gold, it'll catch big gold too. And you have a wider range of velocities that you can use it under and it still be effective. And the scrubber is just for knocking stuff up and breaking that surface tension and giving different kinds of drop zones. Every once in a while a bigger rock goes through, or some clay or something like that. Not very often around here, but anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get my chair and set this up, or it's set up, and run this bucket, and then I'll check my little drawer after that and see if we got anything in this first bucket through those little holes. So I'll get back with you in a minute. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. The only modifications that I've made to this sluice are those holes you can see in front of my spade. Those holes right there that the water's coming out of, I drilled those. I didn't like the amount of water that came out underneath the header, so I had to experiment with those until I got a nice even flow. But you can see the Gold Hog mat. I don't know how well you can see it. It's holding just the right amount for what I want. I don't want a fast flow. I don't want air bubbles. I don't want a fast flow up here. I'm on kind of quite a slope here, so I got a decent pitch without having to have a lot of water. I'm only running a 1,200 gallon per hour pump, and it's sufficient. Stuff is classified to 1/4 inch. said, everything has to pass right over those little streams. The grizzly cleans itself out by itself pretty well. That drawer sometimes doesn't go in all the way, but I don't care. It doesn't hurt anything. And my mat is right up against it. I'll tell you what, I'm glad I got this chair, because my back would be killing me already by now if I was bending over doing this. And instead, it's not. Sorry about the camera work. It's just my phone and me and my dog and the gold. Wild gold. Wild gold. Yep, I like the way the Go Hog mat looks. Quarter-inch is perfect size to classify to, especially if you know there's no nuggets. That's something else. This river, I did some research. Actually, I've done some in the past too, but there was a gold mine, an active gold mine on this river, way upriver somewhere, in the 30s or 40s, and it was hard rock. It wasn't placer. So that's where this flood gold has come from. It's the only source that there is or ever has been, and it's not active. I've tried to find it. I've tried to go up there and find where it was, and I can't. I've gone to what I would consider the end of this river, or the mouth of this river, or not the mouth, but the headwaters of this river, and it pretty much peters out to nothing but a creek, and there's just no sign of any kind of a gold mine anywhere, and I can't find anything on the internet. So the gold on the gold on this river is nothing but flood gold, and it's replenished every time it floods, so it gets high water. Not replenished fully, but there are spots where there's pockets. There's this place, like I told you, my favorite spot upstream. If I would have not told everybody about it, would have just sat there and worked it myself, I probably would have pulled, I'm guessing, 4 or 5 grams of gold myself out of there. Because between, I have 1.5 grams from up there that I just got myself. And there was at least 10 different people going up to this one spot, and it wasn't a spot any bigger than this area right here, from there to there. By the way, you see that mole hole? I'm going to pan that mole hole. That's right in the middle of some gold bearing material, and it's a mole hole. I don't know how the hell he got down into that gravel, but he did, and he made a hole, and I'm going to scrape it into my pan, and I'm going to pan it, because I might be the first person ever who's gotten gold out of a mole hole. Anyway, I'm going to run the rest of this bucket, and then we're going to check the drawer, the top drawer anyway. We'll leave the bottom drawer alone. And see if we caught anything. So, I'll be back in a flash. Alright, we got a bucket done. We've got a sluice holding even, nice and even all the way across. There's the bottom of the drawer back in there. That gray strip, black strip above, where you see the water falling off, that's that screen right there. That goes into that drawer again before it hits the mat. And this is the other screen, and I'm going to grab some clean water, pull that out, Pretty clean. Put it back in. Simple as that. And we'll take a peek. I think I see gold. I do. There it is. There's about 10 pieces. Yeah. Yeah, I just found some. I don't know how well you can see it, but there's gold right there. And that's just out of that drawer. That's just out of the drawer. Wild gold out of the drawer. Anyway, I got the drawer back in. I just started fanning through that. There's 10 or 12 pieces showing. I don't know how close you can see. But I'm gonna turn you off for a minute and suck that up, classify another bucket, and continue for wild gold. That's what I'm gonna call myself. That's what I'm gonna call my channel from now on. Washington Wild Gold. Washington State Wild Gold. Something like that. It's gonna be wild gold. That's gonna be my phrase. Wild gold. Wild gold. Back in the flash with more wild gold. Okay, I decided to do a clean out, an all the way clean out instead of just the drawer, the top drawer. I still haven't done the bottom drawer, but I did the mats. And here's all there is in the mats. I don't know if you can see it or not. It's in the shadow of the phone. There's just, let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pieces. Maybe 11. I think you can see it. I can't tell. Yeah, you can see it. Small stuff. But in that top drawer, there was 35, 36 pieces. A lot of small stuff. I mean, and that's dropping out from right there where I dump it in before it gets through those holes. Right there. Those itty bitty freaking holes. 95% of the gold that was in the mat so far, I haven't checked that bottom drawer like I said, was already in the drawer. Not even make it down to the mats. That's what I love about this IBanker. So I'm gonna finish cleaning out that bottom drawer, see if anything at all made it into there. I doubt much is in there, and there never usually is. And I'm gonna do 2 or 3 more buckets, and then we'll see what happens. Wild gold. Be right back. Okay, I cleaned out the back drawer. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces. 2 of them are bigger than the pieces that were in the other one, so they shot over that and through the grizzly, but then got caught by the second one. And like I said, there's only 5 pieces in the whole mat, so altogether that's like 45 or 55 pieces or something like that out of one bucket. One 2/3 3-gallon bucket out of one little big spot. So I'm going to do 2 or 3 more buckets, and see how I do. Call it a day. Having a good time. Hope you are too. And again, here's my unit. Going for it. Here's my gold. Going for it. I lost a piece somewhere. I'll get it back. Anyway, wild gold. back in a flash.